Today we're rebuilding the San Francisco 49ers, and honestly, this might be our quickest intro yet because, well, to start, they lost a bunch of big names: Hufanga, Greenlaw, Ward, Yadam, Aaron Banks, Elijah Mitchell, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, Malik Collins, Javon Hargrave, Leonard Floyd, Deebo Samuel, and Jordan Mason. Plus, half the other guys were already injured, so I can't even really talk about them last year. People want to talk about Brock Purdy. He's not worth the money. He's a very good quarterback. I heard some crazy thing like, I don't know, he's good, but he's not going to really do enough to elevate the team. He's like Jimmy Garoppolo. Brother, he is 10 times better than Jimmy Garoppolo on his best day. I'm sorry to say, Brock Purdy is a top 10 quarterback in this league. He had one of the worst hands you could be dealt last year. Yes, before that, he kind of had a great hand with some really good weapons. But yes, injuries across the board. You know, talent diminishing a little bit as well. Like Deebo, even before, all these injuries happened to the team, Deebo wasn't really as good as he was that one season, right? The offensive line obviously needs a lot of work. Christian McCaffrey, we talked about it. Injuries, defensive side of the ball, depleted there too. I mean, they need the D-line in general needs a lot of work. The front, line as well. This is a team that is, it says it's an 85 overall. Do I really believe that? Probably not. There's a lot of positions to replace. And honestly, I'm not even sure what we're going to do at pick 11. I'm thinking edge. I'm thinking O-line. I'm just going to try to find a difference maker, and best available pick is probably the best way to do that. So if you guys end up enjoying this video, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and then let me know what team you want to see next in the comment section below. And also, let me know who you guys think, or what position specifically the Niners should go for at pick 11. Let's get it. All right, we are here at pick 11. Looking for edge, I think. I think we have settled on edge. Genty at 3. I had him at number 1 for a while now because I just can't get him to be taken in the first round if I don't put him in the top 5. Been moving him all the way up slowly. Number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2. And I guess until 1, he just wasn't being taken. Genty at 3. All right, I guess they didn't have enough of Saquon, the woes that they had by not having the team around to make Saquon really work for them. And they're like, let's do it again, baby. I don't know. Sure, whatever. Campbell goes 4. Okay, we're seeing a crazy reach on that. Jalen Walker at 5. Over Abdul Carter. Okay, this is... Oh, man, Abdul Carter at 7 seems insane. Actually insane, dude. Oh, I can't do it. What does it cost me to get there? I think that's the question. The Jets probably have a hard time passing on them themselves, to be honest. Oh my, dude. Abdul Carter's still there. McCaffrey. They want full-on McCaffrey. Some of these, like, really? You want a full first-round pick to move 4 spots down, and it's not even from 1 to 5. You're actually insane. This is probably too low, to be fair, but... Yo... A 4th round? I got to see if that's even right, because that seems low. I'd have to at least give him a 3rd for it to be fair. I'm not doing it. I really want Abdul Carter, but there's some good edge rushers. I think we'll be fine. McMillan goes 7. What is this? Mykel Williams at 10. I had a double take. The injury concerns are actually, real? Is that what they're telling me? I really was expecting Mykel Williams at 11. I was like, you know what? Mykel Williams at 11 makes a lot of sense. I'm honestly still, half tempted to just pass on Carter because I just, I know a lot of my rebuilds lately I've been actually, playing it how it lies, but that seems genuinely insane that Abdul Carter would be there at 11. That's just ridiculous, right? You also do have Mason Graham here. I didn't even think about that. That's actually a crazy move, too. And Membu, dude. That's a real fall as well. I'm really debating on this. I don't know. This is the toughest one we've had, and I knew going into it, it was going to be. And honestly, with that, I'm going to trade down. I really don't know who to take. There's a lot of edge rushers. There's a lot of DTs. There's some linemen. Moving back to 18, picking up a 2nd. Yes, we do have to give up a 4th-round pick and a 7th-round pick for that trade, but I think it's worth it. The Seahawks move up to 11. I was absolutely looking at Shamar Stewart as our most realistic option there. I don't know why Abdul Carter's still there. Tyler Warren at 14. Got to keep it alive, man. Got to keep the dream alive. Walter Norland, and then a Carter falls to 17, which is ridiculous. Membu at 18 is even crazier. Oh, my Lord. Why can't, the teams in front of me just take the players that they're supposed to take and then I can just, move along with my day, taking someone a little more realistic where we're sitting. Why can't I, huh? Why couldn't we do that? Either way, I have made my decision, James Pierce. I've taken him a few times now. I like that speed off the edge. I know Aldon Smith wasn't actually that fast, but he always felt really fast and long. I feel like I'm getting another Aldon Smith, but even more athletic. I know, it's crazy to say because Aldon Smith was really, really good, but that's what I got in my mind. That's all I can say. We're going to go to the end of this round and honestly, maybe trade up. I'm really wanting a safety. And we use 3 fifth-round picks with our second-round pick to move up. I'm having a really tough time passing on Tyler Booker because I know this team needs O-line. It just sucks. In a Madden rebuild sense, I should be passing on the lineman. I should be waiting until the CPU class comes around. We're cooking. Don't worry about it. But I also want to do the realism thing, which I think this team really needs DT. I think this team really needs some sort of offensive lineman. Safety is not, it's not as important of a position, even though E-Man Warrior would be insane. So with that being said, even though the DTs aren't terrible here, they're not horrible, I think I have no choice but to go Mr. Tyler Booker. Where is he? There he goes. Brand new starting guard. Let's go. 39 true talent, actual hidden lineman. We sit and wait at 18 as I was going to trade up for Josh Connerly. Somehow Connerly's still there. But on top of it, you also do have a couple of defensive tackles. Problem is, not really a scheme fit with the 2 bigger defensive tackles in Kenneth Grant and Deon Walker. But, yeah, you do have Shamar Turner. You have TJ Sanders, who really hasn't worked out for us in these situations too much. But Josh Connerly, dude, the value is crazy there. You still have Starks, believe it or not. I am going to want to take a look at our roster again real quick. And here we are with our first sort of reach of this draft. Shamar Turner is going to be our DT. We really need DT more than anything. Hidden development traits. We just got no choice, right? We just, what am I supposed to do? And then here in the third round, really need a linebacker. I mean, the linebacker unit is really tough here. Not in a good way. Not the good tough. Still could use O-line as well. We've done it a billion times, but Barrett Carter, I love the athleticism. I'm going to do it. 69 true talent, 88 speed. Probably a little high, to be fair, but still. We're letting it fly. I think we had a pretty good draft class. I think we did about as well as possible. And I think we kept it as realistic as possible, right? Whereas, taking Abdul Carter, that would have been a little insane. And we're going to take another linebacker here in the 5th round. Nick Martin, athletic, but obviously very raw. 114 true talent. Someone we haven't actually taken before. Really would have loved to address a little bit of the corner/safety situation, but I think we can handle it, especially cornerback. Anyone here? Kobe Brown, that would be a bit of a steal. We'll go Elijah Clark. Could actually start him this time. Usually we let him just sit as a backup as usual, but this one, he actually probably does have a chance to start for this team. All right, let's take a look at that draft class. 74 overall, 73 overall, 70 overall, 71, 69, 67. Starting with James Pierce. Traded down, ended up with a pretty good edge rusher in the end. Really fast, really good finesse. Need to put him at right end. Don't know what position or number we want to put him at. You put him in the 90s, maybe a little, 99. That'd be kind of crazy. I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. You just can't stop me. Tyler Booker, starting left guard, 73 overall. I think we did a good job here grabbing offensive lineman. We probably should have addressed it even more than we did, but that's fine. We did all right. We did okay. We definitely have more room to improve. Shamar Turner was almost who I took at 11, which is who Seattle traded up for. 78 block shed, 79 finesse, 74 power move. Unbelievable. Really good stuff. Comped to Matabike. I don't remember which one of the NFL.com analysts, but impressive. Then we have Barrett Carter, who's going to be starting at, I guess, left outside linebacker. This is actually one of our best, in terms of long-term starter potential, hidden dev potential, drafts we've had in a while. So I'm very, very impressed with it, as even Nick Martin, not bad. I mean, we landed a lot of starters. We landed almost a whole starting front 7 and then added a guard on top of it. Pretty good. I like it. I think we did a good job here. And then, once again, potentially even going to start Clark. Let's take one more look at Nick Martin. I don't even think we actually looked at his ratings too much. Very raw in coverage, but Good block shedder, I suppose. I think I made an error, though. I had a choice between Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy. No. In fairness to me, I think this was actually CMC versus Trent Williams. But I did have one Brock Purdy versus Ayuk, and I chose Ayuk because I feel like Ayuk is going to regress sooner. But we could have hit a higher ceiling with Purdy. I don't know, maybe I made the right call. I don't usually see Ayuk last that long, and, getting that free extra upgrade point that he's going to get here pretty much is going to help out. Where Brock Purdy, I see him in the 90s all the time. I think I actually did make the right call. Never mind. I thought it was between Christian McCaffrey, and then I remember, no, it wasn't. Season 1, Brock Purdy, well, ready with an upgrade. As much as I really like Jauan Jennings, and I think he is the better fit as the number 2, Pearsall obviously has the higher ceiling. I mean, a pretty cool story on top of it. So he's going to be our number 2. Offensive line, I don't hate it. Definitely need a new center and right tackle. I dropped Trent Williams' age down to 33 because he has 2 years left in his contract. So I do want him to play that out. But I will say that I will pretty much guarantee a retirement after that. So if he stays around at 35, I'm just going to retire myself. So I want him to play 2 seasons because that's, what he's on contract for, which he could obviously retire before then. But Trent Williams is that, he seems like a longevity type of guy. So I want him to play at least 2 seasons, at least 1 for sure, and then maybe at least 2 seasons. So, after that, for sure, I'm retiring him, though. I don't care. If he's still there at 35, which he's obviously supposed to be way older than that, I'm just going to retire him personally. So, there's that. As far as the defense goes, there's definitely some work to be done, right? DT really needs some work, which is why we went Turner instead of going with another lineman. Then we have the linebackers where there's actually potential. I have Nick Martin playing a little bit more than Carter because if he wins Rookie of the Year, then they'll both be hidden. And then obviously we hope that Fred Warner can play this entire rebuild for us. Nick Bosa is not really a concern. He's always going to be great. Just got to stay on the field. Pierce, hopefully he can, bounce off of that performance and, become a superstar himself. Corners, I mean, it's obviously a downgrade here, but they're good. They're good enough. Safeties, we started the youngest guys, and that's really about it. 86 overall team. The money is the question. Let's see if we have an answer. That was actually kind of slick. You can't lie. That was kind of slick. All right, here's the big day. How much are we talking? $50 million. Oh, my. Can we at least get it down to like 50 on the nose? Jesus, that's a lot of money. Really? $50 million per over 6? He says no. Kittle's a lot. Jauan Jennings is a lot. I think I can let Jauan Jennings go, even though, like I said, I think he's solid in real life. This is more of a Madden thing than a real life thing. And then Kittle, I'd do a 2-year on that evaluation, 2-year 40. I don't love it, but I got to keep him. A lot of money, but we actually have enough to re-sign these guys. Ooh, freebie dev up. Jair Brown, superstar dev, huge, because he's on the older side. Okay, he's 25. I thought he was 26 already. That's not bad. I'm happy with it. So we ended up having to pay a 2-year 42, was it? Yeah, 2-year 42 for Kittle, and then just slightly bumped Purdy. So we're down to $27 million not per year, just in general, with a lot of the kind of real-life 1-year contracts that they signed, players coming down and likely hitting free agency here. We had a pretty bad start to the season, but if we win this game, we are in the playoffs, and we do. It was a close call. We were in the 5 seed spot at 9-7, and you can see here that, the 5 seed ended up becoming, the 10-7 Packers. So if we would have lost that game, we would have been out. We actually would have been out of the playoffs as the 7 seed Eagles were 10-7. We have any 8 seed? Yeah, it would have been right there with the Lions. So very clutch to finish out strong. We started really poorly, like I said. Second half of the season, much better. We ended up going 0-3. We did win 4th in a row after, and then lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. But then 4 of the last 5 we won, which is really, really good. Didn't change the schemes because I'm not really experienced in the Niners scheme offensively or defensively, so I got to see what it's like before I start changing things up. That's not a bad season. 4,100 yards, 32 touchdowns, 13 picks. Might be worth keeping, right? And then, if we have to replace McCaffrey, which we probably will soon, you've got yourself, a 20 touchdown kind of season. Maybe you can actually develop a running back with this scheme. We'll say the receivers would have loved to see a little bit more for Ayuk, but Pearsall, pretty good. Kittle, not bad. McCaffrey obviously involved a lot. Maybe if you get a new running back that isn't that good of a receiver, you change the scheme. Offensive line, tackles were really good, for Madden, obviously. 10 tackle sacks allowed for the 2 tackles combined for Madden is basically giving up like 2 in real life. As far as the defense goes, Turner, Hold on. Turner was the best pass rusher on the entire team. And mind you, we have Nick Bosa. Hell, we even have James Pierce, who had, 80 finesse right out the gate. Unbelievable. And your 5 interceptions. Hopefully he goes up in dev. A couple of okay rookie numbers here. Moody, really good season. Wisnowski, healthy, playing pretty well. Garindo, nice kick return numbers. Average kick return numbers, I should say. The Rams have Rodgers. Okay, I don't know how that's possible, but sure. And they started him, mind you. As far as our awards go, McCaffrey, the Offensive Player of the Year, which is awesome. Rookie of the Year goes to Bond. Were we even starting a rookie? I don't think so. Defensively, though, yeah, we got a lot of them. Turner wins Rookie of the Year. I mean, if it wasn't Turner, it would have been Carter. I would rather have Turner. In the order, I would have Martin, though, because he is, the only guy that doesn't have hidden dev. Martin, then Pierce, then Turner, then Carter. But as long as we win one, you can't really complain. Rodgers wins MVP, which is insane. Well, Offensive Player of the Year for the NFC side, which is insane. And we came close on a couple of awards. Didn't quite win it, though. Didn't quite win many, but we still got some. And we're in the playoffs, taking on the Commanders. Who knows? Maybe it's a year one. Yeah, where the hell is Stafford? They even drafted Dart. Stafford could have retired, actually. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I don't see Stafford anywhere. I might have actually dropped Stafford's age a little bit, too, at some point. But here we are, Commanders, going to the end of the game. 7-0, not a bad start with that score. The Commanders do get some back, and they get another one. Remember, the Commanders team is pretty damn good. Did a lot of damage last year in the playoffs. Nearing the fourth quarter, it's all tied up, 17-all. Whatever we score, they score. Whatever we dry up on, they dry up on. As you can see here, they're driving down for the field goal, or better. Are they kicking this field goal right here? Or are they running out of time? They have the time. I mean, they've done it. I can't even call a timeout to ice them either. Well, here you go. 27-all into overtime. Damn. Commanders get the coin toss. It doesn't actually matter what they do because they always receive. So no matter what, you win the coin toss pretty much every time, which is just stupid. Like, another coding failure, The advantage is obviously, unless, once again, like, I believe actually it was the Niners that did that, right? I believe, once again, though, unless your guys are really tired on defense, like insanely tired, you obviously want to kick first. It's just too many advantages, right? Like, if you kick first, no matter what the other team does, you get a chance anyways. You know what you need to do, right? Whereas the other team, they can't get aggressive because it's like, well, we're at our own 35-yard. I don't need to explain this to you guys, as that's another part of it. Lenore with an interception is going to win us the game without even really having to play on the field. Could have just kicked the field goal from there. I don't need to explain it to you. You guys understand. You guys know, right? Other teams inside their own 40, they're not going to just go for it on 4th and 3, whereas, it might be a decently high percentage play. I didn't even think about it against Debo as well, when you can punt it, play defense. Lenore with that pick. Clutch! Divisional round. Here we are, going on to the divisional round. The Niners, this would be the one time the Packers can actually beat the freaking Niners. It'd be the time I'm controlling the Niners. Come on, Niners. Do what you usually do. Break the Packers, players, and fans' hearts in the playoffs. Come on. Going into the end of the game, Green Bay starting off strong with 7. We get 3 back. 10-7, not bad. Not bad. 10-all. Huge drive. No score, though. Missed opportunity for sure. Huge drive, no score for the Packers. Huge drive, we get a field goal. Packers and Niners have been in these couple of types of low-scoring affairs in the past. Packers driving down, kick the field goal. You can drive down here and just try to get in behind the defense, but it really probably is stupid. Just go to overtime again, potentially. That's insane. I'm looking at Ayuk, though. Yeah, it's a throwaway. Is that grounding? Or is that a late hit? It's got to be grounding, right? I don't know how we didn't get out. Oh, guy went ineligible. Fair enough. Either way, let's go to overtime again, dude. That's actually crazy. They get the ball first. They're driving down really, really well. 4th and 2. They go for it, I guess. It doesn't really matter when you're them. When you're the other team, you can do what you want. Are you going to go for 2 if you get this touchdown? You got to, right? Like, both teams just walk down the field pretty easily, mind you. Scoring, I think you have no choice. I really don't like Pearsall's chance to get in front, but that is a linebacker. It's Quay Walker. That is actually crazy. Oh! And he drops it. Pearsall drops it. But they just said Quay Walker can cover Pearsall one-on-one like that. Inside release. Quay Walker can't even cover a tight end. That's not even that athletic in that kind of situation. I mean, he's literally on him perfectly. There is not a soul open. You maybe have McCaffrey. Maybe. And even that's not guaranteed because, I mean, Bullard's on it. That's crazy, dude. Not a bad throw by Purdy either. I mean, it's right there. There's a chance for that catch, and instead, nope. That sucks. Oh, well. Let's take a look at the stats. I mean, you got to go for 2 there, I think. Purdy outplaying Love, but just not enough points, and yeah, McCaffrey definitely let the team down quite a bit here. Lucas Van Ness with a sack. I mean, you're giving up a sack to Lucas Van Ness. Are you even in the NFL? Are you an NFL caliber player? We had a chance there. I mean, we would have been right in the championship round. Just 1 2-point conversion success away. I rely on stick in the goal line a lot, and honestly, it really doesn't work that much. I think we need to go to a new play. Eagles versus the Bills in the Super Bowl. A little bit of a different one, sort of, for the Bills at least. 52-42. What a game that was. DevOps, trying to think of who we would have had. Maybe Pearsall if we're lucky. Doesn't go up. That's kind of crazy, man. I say lucky, but then I forgot that he wasn't even star dev. You can't go to star dev on a 1,000-yard, 11-touchdown season. That seems harsh. Might be looking at wide receiver, honestly, especially since we're losing Jennings. Pearsall to the slot. I wouldn't hate it. McCaffrey, regression, 29 years old. Not regressing that bad. We have it on 50%, but even then, usually they regress still about 3 to 5. But he actually did really well here. Didn't really regress too hard at all. Defensively, we have Turner going to superstar. He's an 85 overall. Pierce only an 80, but he's still getting there. 81 for the strong safety, 80 for the free. Cornerback, 82 overall. It's not bad. Lenore doesn't go up in depth. I thought with those picks maybe he would have. And Martin, even though he didn't win Rookie of the Year, is still a star dev. So, yeah, that was a great season. I mean, getting to the divisional round, almost win it in general, but also on top of it, all these upticks in dev and overall, really clutch. We just need, maybe a wide receiver, a center, a tackle, maybe a future-proofing running back, and a DT, and we're really good. Obviously, we can upgrade safety. Obviously, we can upgrade corner. But for what we actually need, it's not too bad. Damn, Kyle Juszczyk actually went and retired already. I felt like maybe we had something to build on, maybe one more year, but no, he is out of here. Doesn't even play on to that 2-year, 7.5, I think it was, that they signed him to in real life. $53 million, actually a little bit more than I would have expected us to have. Doesn't really change our re-sign stance here, though. So, I mean, maybe just opens up the door for a proven wide receiver to come in through free agency. Maybe, perhaps. We'll see what we want to do. Ooh, Isaiah Pacheco. Oh, that is a move and a half. Obviously, Shakir is, signed long-term. But, man, Isaiah Pacheco. I mean, this is a team that, you kind of almost expect McCaffrey to kind of get hurt. Maybe miss some time. I really want Pacheco, dude. This team could benefit from 2 solid running backs. I'm going to pay it. Who would have thought that we would be in a Niners rebuild and we'd have luxury money to pay another running back? I don't know if we're going to get him because there's a lot of teams that really want him, but we'll try. That sucks we didn't get him, but maybe a blessing as well. It might have been a blessing, to be fair, because you usually do see Purdy and Kittle in free agency, so somebody must get re-signed that we just haven't gotten to yet, right? So maybe we just got saved. I don't know. But, yeah, we already know what we need to do. Let's get in the draft and try and do it. All right, we are in the draft. We have picked 26 because we obviously had a pretty good year. I have a 2 to 3 wide receiver and a 2 to 3 tackle that I want. So we are going to begin the trade downs very quickly. A third next year from the Raiders. I actually don't hate that. 35. I could do 35 to 38. So whatever is going to get me a better trade. Eagles, I mean, it's just... The Eagles are the GOATs of trades, dude. This is why they always get the trades. They always get what they want. I will let them have what they want if they're going to give me trades like that. All right, this is sort of a trade down, trade up. We trade down from 32 to go to 39 to gain a third, but obviously that's a pretty big, ask. So we have to add some in to get that back, which I think is a fine trade for both sides. The Bengals move up to 32. We don't get to see what they take. Actually, we can look at the top right, which is... a cornerback. Actually looks pretty good. I didn't even scout corner too much because I was like, our corners are fine. Maybe I should have. Let's take a quick look. Is anyone there? Eli Hills. He's actually not bad. He's actually pretty good. He's 4.27 speed. Brother, do I take this guy? I'm going to take a look at our corners real quick. I think Green's like 83 overall, though. I can live with that. I think that's okay. I need, a freaking wide receiver and an O-lineman. A little more than that, I think. But let's take a look at the corners. Yeah, we're fine, dude. Oh, he's only 82. Corner's a problem. Is that guy the solution? He might be, actually. I mean, wide receiver's a pretty big problem, too. I think, man, I don't know. I actually kind of like that corner now. But you definitely want wide receiver. Malcolm Austin looks pretty good. Decent key rating, 6'3", fast. That's who I'm taking. That's just straight up who I'm taking. True talent, 9. Hidden dev on top of it. Wide receiver set. I think we're just going to move down. We'll take a look at that corner. But, yeah, we can't do it. We can't do it. I really need a lineman more than anything. Seattle gets Hills. I mean, I've got a couple of linemen, so I'm willing to kind of just take... One of them's a 1-2, the other's 2-3. 2-3 doesn't scare me too much, but I don't draft tackle that much. So at the same time, maybe it does. Maybe it does scare me. And I think that was the guy, too, Jared Long. Pretty damn sure it was. It was 2-3 Springs. Is that going to be who we go with? I think so. Train up for Springs. All right, here we are. Second round, 6th round, and then a 7th next year to move up a few spots with the Commanders, which, of course, is what we're going to be taking that tackle to be our brand new right tackle. Is there any other positions? Safety is one, too. Safety's not that big of a need, so we are going to be taking Mr. Springs. A awareness, got to be decent, right? 79 true, but he's hidden. Okay, that is... 79 true is a little scary. You're going to move down to 7, take a guard to play center, and call it a draft. That's not true, but we'll call it at least something. Joshua Dixon, another 2-3. Give us hidden. Just do it. Thank you. I don't ask for a whole lot. I just want my offensive lineman hidden. Every other position, give me normal. It's fine. We'll make it count. Harmon, I can't believe he's still here. He's pretty good. He is pretty good. What do we need? We still need DT, actually. There's 3 DTs here. We need one of them. I mean, they're all good, so I'm just probably going to do the classic wait and, trade up for whoever's remaining. I mean, Jenkins is probably the best, but I'd be happy with Maynard, even though I think Jones is better. Another trade up, and believe it or not, the number 1 DT, I believe, unless I made a mistake, is there. They actually jumped and took Jenkins over him. Benjamin Jones, who I think looked a little bit better. So we're going to take Benjamin Jones. 106 true. Hidden dev, I mean, not the best of overalls for most of these guys, but they're all hidden. That's good enough. That's all that matters to me. We also have a 2-3 safety. There's no way we're going to trade up for this guy and get a good player here too, right? This is actually one of the most crazy clutch drafts we've had in a while, if so. Because, there's just players falling left and right. I mean, it's just happening. This one does cost us a 4th next year. It's a little bit of a higher jump, 13 spots, so we do it because I believe in that safety. I don't know if I'm going to start him, but I believe in the safety. I think he looks good. So Trent Pierman, 6'2", 22 years old, 41 true. Unfortunately, normal dev. Damn, our luck runs out. Draft recap, some decent players. That DT is really low overall, I'll admit. Malcolm Austin, pretty fast, tall, obviously, great catching. 21 years old, so a large ceiling. The ceiling is huge. I don't know if that was his dev. I was about to say, I thought I accidentally skipped over. I thought I went to his dev, and it went so high. I was like, oh, wow. Or it took so long. I was like, wow, his dev must be freaking X Factor. Nope, he is only star development trade, unfortunately. Lynn Springs, good strength, power, pass blocking, all that good stuff. Run blocking a little iffy, but it's okay because he's in depth. That's all that matters. I do want to see the other tackle, though. And I definitely need to see the corner. I didn't even look at his dev. Damn, I just completely forgot. Joshua Dixon, though, a little more raw, but a little more balanced. So he's lower for, his peak is lower, but he's got more balanced ratings across the board. He will be our center, 6'3", decent height for it, decent size. DT Jones, Benjamin Jones, will be a starting DT as well. Very raw, reminds me of that one DT that I just can't get out of my head from a couple rebuilds ago where we took him over the other 2, and the other 2 had higher dev, and they were better. But in this case, you know what? Even though he's hidden, a little different, we did take him over another guy, so maybe we sold twice, actually. Great hit power, raw zone, good speed, for our safety. I'm not sure what we're going to do with him. He should probably start somewhere, but I think he's just going to be a backup. That's the plan. Oh, 80 overall, pick 1 overall. I thought it said Harry Potter. Harvey Potter. Yeah, that name, you would be hearing that a lot. I'll tell you that much. As far as his dev, X Factor, generational. Who cares what your name is? You are set for life, buddy. Take a look now at the cornerback we could have had. The Seahawks took him, I believe. He looked great. I think he was going to be good. Yeah, he is good. It's just we had other needs higher than him, I think. I think that's a fair decision, personally. I don't regret it. Even though he's a superstar, I don't regret it. I think we made a good move. Look at Brock Purdy, though. 2 upgrade points. It really sucks you can't upgrade throw power. The offseason thing, I had the option to do throw power, but I forgot to take a look at what style of player he was. Wait, how come I can't do 2? It said I had 2. And I was like, I'm not going to risk it. I thought we had 2. I don't know. Regardless, this is what the team looks like. It looks really solid, right? McCaffrey's the only worry, really. Kittle, I suppose, as well. But, Trent as well. And the names just keep piling up. But it looks really good. This is a solid-looking squad right now. Long-term looks great, too, for the most part. Defensively, not bad either. Safeties, DBs, in general, maybe the worry, the DBs, corner, safety. But this team's looking really good again. 88 overall. We turned around these holes quickly until some more money problems come up, like Fred Warner in a moment, probably. Ooh, freebie dev up for Kyle Blue Kelly. $55 million. We talked about it. Fred Warner is that guy. Brown, Trent Williams is gone. I don't know what to tell you. He shouldn't even be here right now. He should be 37, 38. No way he would have been still here if I didn't change his age. So we're obviously going to be letting him go. Random fullback. Moody definitely gets a contract. Wisnowski, I think we're going to let go. Gotta find a way to keep Fred, but I don't know if I want to do a 5-year. 5-year is crazy high. And then Brown, this is really good evaluation until you realize that it's red interest. He takes it, thankfully, but it could have been even more than that. This is 22-ish per. I don't see why you wouldn't take this over 4. Man, that's a lot of years. 3? I think we can still do a 3-year if we just bump the money a little bit. If not, I think he can get away with a 5-year for him. Maybe not many players at 29 at that position, but for him, since he's Fred Warner, he's 98 overall. But yeah, we'll see. Hey, Benjamin Jones, superstar. And this one was earned. This one, he actually got the stats needed and got it up there. And then I was going to say shout out to the Niners for clutching up because this is a really bad start of the season. Great finish. They do make the playoffs at 8-9, mind you. The Eagles at 8-9 miss was the 9th seed. The Cowboys, I was about to say, really good comeback, but, choked at the end. No, they actually make the playoffs still, losing 3 in a row. The ultimate choke, if you will. Clutching up, dude. What are the odds of actually making it 8-9 in general, especially with 2 other teams that are 8-9? The Eagles and the Cowboys had to play each other. So, obviously one of them had to win. So, even then, the odds were even higher because one of them had to move on and do better. But Purdy, same scheme, 4,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, 7 picks. McCaffrey, 4.8 yards per carry, 17 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Ayuk back on top with 11 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Austin, 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. Kittle, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. McCaffrey, 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. Pearsall getting scammed by the fact that McCaffrey is that guy. But yeah, offensive line, who had a really good season? Pooney, okay. Trent, who is still really good overall, 8 sacks. Great. Love giving up a lot of sacks when you're goated. Shamar Turner, though, continuing to be just that guy. 15.5 sacks, 10 for Bosa, 9.5 for Jones, who had a great year as well. The DTs are killing it in this scheme, while Pierce doesn't even have a pulse. I don't know. Fred Warner, great picks after we signed him to a 3-year 66. Lenore, 4 picks. Kobe goes to superstar. Green, 3 picks. Maybe goes to star. I don't know. Looking at kicker, good. We re-signed him to a 4-year 12. Wisnowski, another great season from him, but yeah, we're going to be letting him go. It's a punter. We're going broke. What can I do? No choice. Ewers, number 2. Giants are kind of killing it. Niners, number 2 for Offensive Player of the Year. Huge one here, obviously. Malcolm Austin gets Rookie of the Year, even with a kind of mid-season. Jones, already a superstar, getting, Rookie of the Year win on defense. Purdy, number 2 QB. McCaffrey, number 1 running back. Wide receiver, no. O-line at number 6. D-line at number 2, 8, and 10. Bosa's not number 2, by the way, obviously. 9 for Warner. DBs at 9 and 10. Kicker at number 6. So, Another really good season, rocking with the base playbooks. Even though Pierce isn't really playing that well and Bose is not even really playing that well, I don't want to change the defensive scheme because the DTs are. As long as somebody's doing well in the pass rush department, I can live with it. I would like the edge to do better, especially Pierce, but if we're winning games, the pass rush is doing well, one way or another getting sacks, who am I to complain, The Giants, though, MVP runner-up, Quinn Ewers. See if this Giants team has what it takes. We took out some of their division rivals like the Cowboys and Eagles, sort of, by, taking their spots, so they should be somewhat thankful. I'm not really sure that's how that would work for them, but yeah, 3-point game. We are getting smoked on. The team has a chance. You got no choice but to punt that. There's no point in going in because I would punt it too. From the 8, defense got to get another stop, give this team a chance. Team really doesn't even deserve a chance. Here you are, 3rd and 6, game on the line. Even then, I don't even know if you have any time here. You really don't. The clock is running, so you're going to have under 20. Maybe they throw the ball really stupidly or we get a piece of it here. And he does a really good... Bosa's standing there watching, and Genty goes crazy. Genty with one of the craziest runs in playoff history. It's not quite like one of those Beastquake type of runs, but because of you've got a living legend in Nick Bosa just watching, standing around, going through the motions with the game on the line. Look at him. And Genty just breaks off every tackle. That's insane. It probably wouldn't have mattered, right? We'd have had about 20 seconds left anyways to get a field goal, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. But now, obviously, 100% impossible. We lost. We straight up lost. I hate the Giants. I just hate them. I don't know what to tell you. Quinn Ewers, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Purdy, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Great completion percentage, great pass rating, but just didn't do enough. And then once again, McCaffrey, just dog in the playoffs. He's just doing nothing. I don't know if I want to change the scheme because once again, I think we're doing okay even though we just went 8-9. But yeah, we're going to change the scheme. We got to change it. We had no choice. Got no choice. There's really not a whole lot of things that are going greatly other than the DTs. So, McCaffrey's total yards are looking great, but I want a running back to do a running back thing. I want a wide receiver to do a wide receiver thing. And then we win the Super Bowl. That's how we do it. Head on to year 3 where both years made the playoffs, but you never really truly believed we were going to win a Super Bowl, do you? Because I didn't. I really didn't. The Bengals versus the Vikings, that's a fun one. 2 teams that could really use a Super Bowl win, I'll tell you that much. And the Bengals do win it. All right, Joe Burrow, all of the question marks of okay, he's really, really good, but you're going to be judged by the fact that you don't have a Super Bowl ring. You got to win one. All those questions are over. Now we have Malcolm Austin, a superstar dev. McCaffrey, I got to say, though, not really regressing hard. Once again, 50% regression sliders on running backs. McCaffrey is one of those types of backs. The question mark is his injury concerns, his longevity in the health department rather than, body breakdown. I don't know, it's weird because he's been injured, so that actually does play a factor, right? But I guess, I don't know. Smart player, slowing down shouldn't be as big of a problem for him as some other players. Jones goes up to X Factor, by the way. These DTs have been ridiculous. So maybe go to the Niners scheme if you want the defensive tackle position to go crazy. We got double XP, basically, for Rookie of the Year, but that doesn't change anything because the X Factor was gained off of the merit the season he had alone. And then, obviously, we have another dev up, Lenore, the biggest dev up by far of anyone we've seen. 27 years old, 87 overall superstar. We are pretty locked in now at corner 1 at least. Definitely going to use corner 2. Renardo Green, 84 overall is good, not great. Still normal dev. That's the big kicker. So corner was what I scouted before the season started. Looking at corner probably in the first round if there's actually, one there. I just still can't believe these DTs, though. They're insane. They're so good. And unfortunately, for realism's sake, Trent Williams does not retire. Doesn't change anything, though, because we are letting him go. But hey, at least we took care of our contracts. Once again, Trent's there. You could pay him, but I said it. I said what I said. If he's still here at this point, we are going to force his retirement or just let him go to free agency because he shouldn't even have been here this long. We should have gotten 1 season on him if we're lucky. Get that 1 season out of him. And the second is what I wanted because, on that contract. But even that second contract is... Our second year in that contract is not guaranteed, the second to last one. But, let's go to free agency where we could spend 20. I do want to take a look, though, at who we have to re-sign long-term before I do that, though. So we have McCaffrey. That's probably, some savings, so maybe even look at running back this year. Kittle, I think you try to re-sign him to a 1 year. That's probably going to be less than 20. So you're saving money there as well, technically. Pearsall, if you do want to re-sign him, which I think we might, that's probably about 8 to 10 per. Green, another, 8 to 10 per. Mustafa, you definitely want to keep. I mean, I think you're fine to spend that 10, 20, like I said, so there's somebody you feel like you really can't miss out on, especially if it's, at a position that, like corner, that, is one of the guys we need to re-sign. I think it'd be worth it. Imagine we had money, though. We could have Hutchinson and freaking Bosa together. The snail squad, if you will, even though Aiden's 82 speed. A lot of options here, but they are also very, very expensive. Ellen Jenkins, do you grab him and put him at tackle? Like, we can easily just move our right tackle now to left tackle, but Ellen Jenkins, dude, he's a guy that can move around, let me tell you. Signed Ellen Jenkins to a 2-year 26, which is honestly pure theft. He's going to be our new left tackle. Here we are in the draft. Pick 19 overall. There's a lot of good corners, and so, oh my god, really? This running back is that good? I scouted 3 running backs because I liked their some of their key ratings and some of their 40 times and all that. Top 5 running back. I did not expect that for a moment's notice. Got a couple of good corners in here. Nick Davis, not the fastest player in the world. You have another top 5 who I don't even... oh, no, he's not top 5 anymore. He went to round 1. Okay, so he's not top 5 anymore. Marcus Davis, but yeah, I was about to say, I don't know how good he is because that man coverage wasn't an A or a B. Got a lot of really good corners in here. Belzer looks really good. 6'3" on top of it. So, I mean, honestly, I don't really love the idea of going running back that high, especially since I'm not even going to start him, but I'm curious to it. I'm going to try to get to the Chargers, and if the Chargers give me something decent and that running back's still there, that's who I'm taking. If not, I either take corner or I trade down even further and, take a corner in the second round. I'm not about forcing it if I don't need to, you know what I mean? We end up trading a first and 2-6 down to get 27 and a late second from the Chargers. They go with a wide receiver. Is the running back there? I don't even know what his name is. I think he is, though. Problem is, man, every time I take a running back, they're always normal dev. But he's top 5. I have no choice. Number 4. Okay, 76, 77. But actually hidden dev. Okay. Fair enough. I'm intrigued. All right, let's go to the next round. And then, do we want to play the whole wait around and trade up move? Or do we just wait? We could just straight up wait. Because even though Davis is a top 5, I'm feeling normal dev from him. And Belzer even as a 3 to 4, I think might be better. So I'm just going to move to 19, and I'm just going to take whoever is best available. If there's a different corner, I'll take them, and maybe even take Belzer on top of it at the end of this round. Marcus Davis right before us. He was good, but I don't think I would have taken him over the other guys. Let's take a look at these other corners, though, because we got a lot, dude. I scouted fully corners, and there are a lot of them. We have, where's the man in zone? The only one that's truly looking great would be Belzer, like we talked about. But you could argue Hutchins looks good too. 6 foot tall, a zone. I mean, he could be a safety for you at some point if you need him. So I'm going to take Hutchins and Belzer. I think I'm taking both. 35 true. Hidden dev, it's a great start. It's a great start. Belzer is going to be the next guy. I mean, I imagine the guy I just took is kind of my safety look rather than an actual corner. Could move this down a little bit, but I think Belzer... I will say the more I'm thinking about it, I'm feeling normal dev. Hopefully I'm wrong, though. Hopefully I'm wrong. Kendrick Belzer, 6 true. And, I felt it, man. I felt it. I just felt it was going to happen. We're now pick 19 in the 3rd round. I mean, if there's a lineman, I'll take him. But there was a pretty weak lineman class, so I guess I might be taking one of these linebackers instead. You know me and outside linebackers. I don't love it. I have not loved it for a while, but this guy does look pretty good. Even though he's going to probably be normal dev, I'm going to take the chance that he's not, and in general, I'm expecting a decent player. And there you go. Sometimes you get lucky. I would love to know the odds of outside linebackers, especially off-ball, being normal versus middle linebackers being hidden. It's definitely way more common. I get way more hiddens at middle linebacker, but still, it worked out this time. I don't think we're ever going to use him, but, none of the linemen were there. Best available pick. That's how it goes. And then I tried to find a punter. They were all garbage. So I go with a fullback. 53 true talent. He's normal dev, but he's all right. All right, draft recap. What are we looking at? 77 overall for the running back. 74, 76. So he's a higher overall, but normal. Outside linebacker, 73. Fullback, 73. Godfrey, 77 overall. Hidden. What are we looking at? 91 speed. 93 excel. Really good juke move and change of direction. I mean, 9 times, and he has a little bit of catching. 9 times out of 10, running backs you're taking are going to be star dev if they're hidden, but could get lucky. We don't, but we could have been. We could have gotten lucky. We have future-proof the running back position, which is a really tough position to develop. Hutchins, I mean, he just feels like a safety, right? The problem is, which safety? Because I don't really love... Damn, he's a superstar. I really don't love him playing starter over anyone, so... Honestly, for now, I guess he plays corner. Belzer, I don't know. I really don't know. They're good players, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. He's going to have to sit back up. Then we have Bennett, who is obviously very, very fast. 89 excel, 89 speed. Surprisingly, also good in coverage rather than block shed. Block shed's not bad, but usually the outside linebackers, it's like almost all block shed, no matter what size they are. Let's put him at number 42. Kind of like that number. 40, a lot. Put him at 40 then. Looking at the dev. Superstar. So, I mean, we landed some pretty good players for sure. Hutchins seems to be the corner of the future. Godfrey seems to be the running back of the future. And I honestly don't care about the other positions. I think I like our draft. I don't really care what the other teams did. All right, Season 3. Have we decided we're changing the scheme? Because we still have McCaffrey, and I want him to be utilized as a receiver. I think we'll give it one more year. Offensive line looks pretty good. Obviously, we do take a huge hit losing Trent Williams, but the team's getting better. They're all 80 pluses, which is great. Kittle, McCaffrey, those are the guys you worry about regressing into nothing. Defense, I'm not too worried about it. Green probably gets replaced by Hutchins as soon as next season. Safeties, we'll see what happens there. But the team's good. It's a 91 overall. It is... as good of a team in the league as you can get almost on average. And it would not surprise me to see us go far, maybe even win it all. $68 million. McCaffrey's still going strong at 30. We might keep him around another year. Pooney is a tough one for me because he is really good and the value is good. But the problem is it's at a position I can replace rather easily. So if I had to lose other players, I would prefer to not. You know what I mean? If I can keep Kittle on a one-year deal here at $22 million, that's a lot of money gone. $37 million left. McCaffrey, Pooney. Obviously, I want to keep Mustafa. Even Green would not be a bad keep, but I don't know. Pooney is good, dude. But then you got Pierce and Booker coming up, and Booker is going to be worth way more than Pooney in terms of the value you're getting for the price. He's not bad though. Okay, he didn't want it. No. I'm done. I'm not doing it. McCaffrey will wait on. Mustafa will, bump that number up slightly. Green, what do we want to do here? One of these? One of these. There you go. $16 million left, and that doesn't even account in for next year. Pearsall as well doesn't even count in, so we're a little against it. Although we do get the money back from Pooney once we decide no. To the playoffs. We're in the playoffs, 100%. A chance at that bye week. Don't quite get it. Oh, we tied the Eagles, but they got the tiebreaker. I wonder if it was literally a tiebreaker between the two teams or not. Didn't change the offensive scheme. Changed the defensive scheme, though, because even though I like the DTs working the way they did, I also would like the edge to actually be good, because Nick Bosa should be better than what he's playing like. And, of course, Pierce should be, too. We'll see if that actually did happen. Purdy, same offensive scheme. 45 touchdowns, 8 picks, 4,200 yards. Rushing, McCaffrey was way down, but receiving still pretty high at 600. Ayuk's an X factor. Kittle was good. Austin, not so much. Maybe a scheme change on offense would make sense too, but we're winning. But then you look at the Bills' defense, and look what it does for you. 12.5 for Pierce, 15.5 for Jones, 17 for Turner, 18.5 for freaking Bosa. One of the best pass rush numbers we've ever seen in a rebuild. Moody missed 4 kicks out of 14. Dixon over 50 yards per punt. Yearly awards, you have the MVP of the league being Joe Burrow. Brock Purdy at number 5. Let's take a look at the other awards. Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is number 3. Or Defensive Rookie of the Year is number 3, excuse me. Offensive Rookie number 4, Godfrey. Didn't even see how he played. Did we actually get him some numbers? Purdy number 2 for QB. McCaffrey number 6 for running back. Ayuk number 4 for wide receiver. No for the O-line. D-line number 1, number 4, number 5, number 8. That is crazy. DB, no. Linebacker, no. And, of course, kicker, no. Do want to see Godfrey. Did he even remotely deserve it? Yeah, see, a lot of teams aren't going to start their rookies, so that's where a lot of that comes from. But, yeah, he did have like 4 touchdowns, but imagine winning freaking Rookie of the Year with 4 touchdowns, 200 yards. Like, I don't even know. Like, you'd have to be, like, going door to door, saving, like, elderly women's cats from trees and pulling kids out of burning buildings to win, you know, any sort of favoritism there, because that is crazy. Which, speaking of crazy, look at our overall. We're 10 overalls higher than them. I mean, I know we built a good roster, but damn. All right, going to the end of the game. 7-0, 7-7, 14-7. Little streaky from both teams here. A lot of scoring in this one so far. We aren't really used to this. Don't know if I like it or not, as we're down 4 points, as our offense is just not doing much. 4-point deficit as a 95 overall team, mind you. I mean, I do agree with the decision to go for it. I really just don't like the playbook being like all willy-nilly. I don't know what's happening half the time. Let's see if that slant wants to work. It does. Catch it. Great catch! Austin with the speed! Has an angle! Will not get to the end zone, but gets us to the 6. What a try. Great throw, greater catch, and run after the catch. And the offense will punch it in from there. 3rd and 29, 4th and 27. The punt barely even goes more than the yards they need. And we're already in scoring position again. 4th and inches, you got to go for this. I don't care. They are going to go for this. I'm going to let them do it. You know what? I'm not going to let them do it. Every time it's like, oh yeah, we're going for it. 4th and inches. Promise, boss. They kick the field goal or they punt it. So we're going to run it. Offensive line does its job. I mean, we could have probably got more yards going a little more to the left, but I was following the best push up front to get that yard. You don't care about scores on 4th and inches. I don't care. Unless it's 4th and inches at the goal line and the first down line's kind of like wavery. But at this point, now maybe you go for the field goal. They go for the pass. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with passing the ball, but I agree with going for it. Keep your offense out there. You don't get it, they're pinned. Whereas if you do something on special teams, you know, the kicker shakes it, slips, you know, something happens, they have a good chance, right? So, makes sense. That was a lot more effort than it probably needed to be for the first game, but we won. Can't complain if you won. Pierce, 3 sacks. That's actually more sacks than he had a year ago. And that's just one game in the playoffs. More than an entire season. Regular season, mind you. To the divisional. We are taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Actually just did a rebuild of them as well, obviously. See if we can beat them. We have 7 overalls on them. Although those 10 really didn't seem to matter much against the Rams. Going to the end of the game, what are we looking like? 7-0, pretty good start. 7 from the Cowboys. We get another 7. Right before half, looking to drive down. Not going to get it. They drive down, they get nothing. We try to drive down, we get nothing. 10-point lead. 7-point lead. Huge drive, up by 14. One score would do it. Not going to happen, but it's taken a long time for Dallas to score, but they don't care. They're coming back to try and win this. 4th and 8. They don't get it. Super rare situation. When you see a team drive down like that, usually they finish the deed. They get the job done, but not in this case. As we're going to hold on and head to the championship round, Brock Purdy killed it. McCaffrey, once again, just playing like complete crap in the playoffs as usual. Don't know what it is. Pierce, 5 sacks through 2 games is really good. And we are once again heading to the championship round. We beat, the Cowboys. We are the Niners. So how many really good NFC teams are left? Like the Eagles, which are they even in the playoffs? Was that last year they didn't make it? I can't remember. Let's actually find out. Let's take a look. They are, they're number 1 seed too. Forgot about that actually. Tell me someone took them out. Tell me someone took them. They did not. Okay, well, here's a fantastic try. 95-90, a little revenge game, if you will. End of the game. I think they got a stop on us almost immediately, by the way, but then we stopped them. 3-0, this Eagles team, dude. I don't know what it is. We just can't score on them no matter what rebuild we're doing. 10 all, huge drive chance, doesn't score. Would have been, a 2-possessioner. Instead, we're only up by 7, and that 7's gone. 20-17, huge touchdown drive, 6 minutes left. Drive down for a touchdown, you regain the lead. 3 straight incompletions, huh? You can't find anyone open. Not a single person can get open enough to even just break the streak on third down. Kittle, that's a tough one. That throw power. Kittle drops it. I mean, the ball's there. You're a damn near 99 overall. Best tight end in the league, and you drop it. That's all that needs to be said. There might have been someone else open, but, we're running out of time. They get a massive 29-yarder. I do not regret going for it at all. Holy. Yeah, that decision to go for it was not genius because we failed, but the right one. They scored a touchdown to walk off from midfield. What else could be said? Brock Purdy, not outperforming Hurts because Purdy took a lot more to do what Hurts did. He just has one more touchdown, which, of course, they more than make up for on the ground. McCaffrey finally had a good game, but it's kind of irrelevant because the offense just struggled. Bosa with 2 sacks. They just outplayed us, simply put. Well, I don't know if I would say outplayed us, but they finished drives with touchdowns more than we did. Too many field goals and punts from our side, unfortunately. And it is the Eagles in the Super Bowl going against the Bengals. We're headed to year 4. I mean, it's a win of a rebuild automatically, right? We got to the championship round. We've been winning a lot of playoff games, but it's also the Niners who have, done this dance a few times and haven't won the Super Bowl in a long time. So is it also, you're really saying it is a win of a rebuild? Also, I do not know how McCaffrey is a 91 overall. Like, yes, I have the sliders at 50% for regression, but you guys have seen this a million times. We have had guys regress way harder than that. I don't know if X Factor's just saving them, but I'm not complaining. I'm just not complaining at all. Hutchins, X Factor. Okay. I mean, that's all right. That's fine with me, I suppose. We're going to be losing Pooney, but I think it's the best move all long term. Which, I mean, honestly, we could actually go back on our decision and go for him right now, but I think it's a smart move to let him go. Going to have the 2 linebackers as well next, and you probably want to keep one if you can. Tell me this is Purdy, because if it is, I remember him. Yes, okay, let's see if we can get some throw power this time. He is an entertainer, which I don't know if I really feel like that accurately describes him, but sure, why not? I mean, obviously, entertaining to watch. I mean, what NFL player isn't? But here we go. Let's get that entertainer. Give me that throw power. Where is it? Entertainer, boom, what has he got? You definitely know him. Wow, that went away without me even touching it. We've seen +3 to throw power, so maybe that's the difference. Maybe at least when we're using him, that one throw we try to hit to Kittle, maybe we actually hit that when he upgrades. I don't know. Probably not. It's a bit of a force regardless, but let's take a look at the retirements. Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo. I forgot we actually signed him too. Retires a Niner. Cool, I suppose. Cool. Re-signings. We're broke. I don't even know if that 24 mil actually factors in the offer, does it? I think it does, actually. Does it? I actually don't know. What else do we got? Yeah, McCaffrey. We want to keep him if we can. Do a 1 year 12, just try and lock him in. Thank you. 12 mil left. Yeah, I think Booker gets the 5th, and I think even though we technically can afford Pooney, I'm just going to withdraw the money. We can't do it, dude. It's just we're up against it, and he's a lineman. As much as I like him, doesn't matter. I also scouted O-line before the season started because kind of anticipated something like this happening. I actually don't even think that is factored in. I think they were going to take money from us after the fact. So yeah, we really couldn't afford that. Okay, fair enough. Really sick free agency, though. It's unbelievably stacked, but we are broke. But we also have the best team in the league, so, sucks to not get a chance at some of those guys, but we also have a better team than pretty much every team in the league could wish for. Pick 30. All right, let's see what we can do with pick 30. See if we can try to build up a Super Bowl team. I mean, I'm not really sure how we do that because we've built some pretty good, this roster is pretty damn good. We also have a safety who's not the fastest. I put him on the list because, you have the potentials in case he fell, which he did. So it's maybe I do take him. You also have an insane tight end in DeAndre Hunter. I don't know if I could pass on that, to be honest. Scouted the other guys because I already know I want DeAndre if he's there, which he is. So, I mean, I suppose, all things considered, you replace Kittle next season with what seems to be a monster. 4.45, 6'6", 84 true. Only 87 speed. That is surprising beyond belief to me, but obviously, he's still a really good player, so you get what you get. O-line, obviously, we need. That's one of the positions we physically cannot leave this draft class without, which, of course, I think is going to come through the form of Max Rhodes. Pretty damn good key ratings. 25 true. Hidden dev. We've been hitting on all these hidden linemen, so why stop there? Safety, wide receiver sort of needs, but even then, I think we're fine. We're going to go day 3 Levia, I think, at 30, and call it a day. Maybe he's the future center if we can't afford, whoever else is coming up on contract here. Anthony Levia. 86 true, hidden. Nice, man. These linemen have been kind of killing it. Kind of killing it out here. Let's take a look if there's anyone else. Maybe one of those wide receivers wants to fall. They all want to fall. Oh, God. Okay. This is tough because you obviously have Irvin, who is by far the fastest, and because of that has that potential. Yeah, that potential for superstar is just unwavering. Yep, I mean, you see it. Wow, 96 jump, by the way. His athleticism through and through is one of the most consistent I've ever seen. We also happen to have 32, which is very intriguing. Rich Payne is going to be the quarterback we go for. Bad throw power, good accuracy, Mr. Irrelevant. I had to do it. I had no choice. What was I not going to take QB? It'd be actually a war crime. We are broke, by the way, but looking at the team, 72, 75, 72, 71, 67, 64. We're right up against it, dude. We are the best we're ever going to get. This guy is also way worse than I ever thought he was going to be. He's not bad because his catching's good and he's athletic. He's tall. That's all that matters. Got hidden. But those route runnings, man, that's lower than I'm used to seeing. See what his depth... And then, then you get something like that where, it looks super promising. You drafted them and you're lackluster. You're like, ooh, I don't love that. And then, your hype is through the roof again because you get a freaking X Factor. We're backing up an X Factor with an X Factor. Max Rhodes, I thought maybe superstar. Guard, hoping for superstar one of these times. Not going to get it. Speaking of superstar, though, that wide receiver probably will be. Anthony Levia, if we can't afford the center, got a replacement to go. Star Dev as well. And then the wide receiver you're pretty much assuming is going to be superstar Dev, but you don't know for sure. Raw, good spec catch, and then obviously super athletic. Probably superstar, right? He is superstar. 22. Let's not do that. Let's do 10. Then quarterback, even though he's completely irrelevant, literally. 64 overall. 86 throw power. Great short, decent medium, okay deep. He's a bit faster, but yeah, we basically just drafted, honestly, another Brock Purdy. But yeah, that ceiling's never going to be anywhere near that. Or let's find out. Do we get that +3 to throw power? The last one we did, it was. Come on, show us. Stop yapping, Brock. Come on. 1. Oh, man, it's still better than nothing. But yeah, obviously we're kind of expecting a little bit better than that. All right, 4th season. We've got the same playbooks on, but I'm kind of feeling this is the final season in terms of the best team we can possibly get, right? Because we're probably going to lose Kittle. We're going to probably lose McCaffrey because of regression. We're probably going to lose Jenkins because we can't afford him, and he's going to regress anyways. And there might be even more to follow through. But ultimately, I just don't think you can get much better than where we are right now with those things being said. And more money. We're going to run out of even more money at this rate. This is the peak. This team is peaked out right here. Still going to run the Niners playbook on offense because I feel like, especially with McCaffrey still on the roster, we've been putting up good numbers. But let's see. Year 4, is it the magical year? Is it year 5? Or is it going to be another failed rebuild? We've kind of had a little bit of a streak of that lately. I don't want it, but it's kind of what's happened. Or a lot of money, you know what that means. A lot of people to pay. It's not looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not looking good. It's looking real bad. Oh my God, it's looking horrible. So obviously there's certain positions, certain players you can't lose. Nick Bosa is one of those guys. Problem is, he's wanting $40 million per year. That's already the vast majority of what we just, what we had available to us. And then Turner, another really expensive player, but he's played insanely well too. I have to keep him. $69 million just like that. We are so broke. $47 million. We still have to pay more for Pierce. $44 million. Ayuk, Carter, Martin, CMC. Kittle's gone for sure. McCaffrey is, I imagine, gone for sure. And then you got to let the linebackers go. Maybe you can keep Carter. Well, I guess keep Carter. We have $25 million left, and we're losing Ayuk. I think you have to lose Ayuk because he's 30. Man, I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, I think you lose Ayuk. He's 30, going to be 31, and he's going to regress to like 88 overall. It's just, even if you do a one-year deal, it's not going to be worth it. So you're also losing, obviously, your left tackle, Elton Jenkins. But, yeah, we try to get James Pearson, draft wide receiver round 1. Head to the playoffs. If we win, we got a bye week. And we do win. There you go. Okay, maybe it is that magical year 4. We actually didn't even need to win. The Cowboys lost like 3 in a row or something. I don't even know. It was at least 2 in a row. Look at Javonte Williams-Cook. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We love to see that. He was pretty good in our Raiders rebuild as well. I mean, Javonte was always kind of one of those players in Madden Sim that did pretty well. Just, kind of falling off a little bit in real life, and it wasn't great in Sim, but there he goes. Purdy, 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 9 picks. Not spectacular, but pretty good. McCaffrey back on top, looking really good. Last season wasn't so great. Ayuk, solid. Austin, decent. Kittle, pretty good for a tight end, especially a 34-year-old. McCaffrey, really good for a running back. And then, Shaden Irving, number 3 wide receiver. I mean, hell, anyone but the wide receiver 1 and tight end just don't get really much going on in this scheme. Left guard, amazing. Center, pretty good. Right guard, decent, especially for a rookie. And then the tackles, it's Madden. That's just what's going to happen. Another quad double-digiter. Shamar Turner, just worth every penny. Jones, worth every penny if we can afford him, which we can't. Pierce, good, 11.5. Bosa, 10.5. Maybe not even worth it if you're, that high of an overall and you're the worst on the team. Technically, he's just probably getting double-teamed. Everyone else is getting carried. But Lenore with a 6 interception season, probably an X factor. And Moody trying to sell the season. 66% completion percentage or kick percentage is very bad. Yearly awards, Jalen Williams is the MVP. No Purdy in sight. Offense Rookie of the Year, no. Defense Rookie of the Year, no. Best QB down to 6. Best running back, number 1. Best wide receiver, no. O-line, number 1, Tyler Booker. Deserving. Number 8 for Dixon. Turner, number 1. Jones at number 4. Pierce at number 6. And then the rest. You got Lenore winning, DB of the Year. Obviously, our kicker's not going to be there. He was horrible. But, yeah, a lot of award wins. 13-4, maybe a league best. Definitely an NFC best. And we're also very broke. We literally can't even afford a 53rd player, dude. That's so bad. Of course, the Eagles are here. I mean, who could we have faced? I know that Caleb Williams won MVP, so it's not like the Bears are that much of an easier target, but could have been the Giants or the Bears, could have been the Falcons or the Eagles, and we get the Eagles. Of all the teams, we get the worst poll. It could have been the Cowboys, too, to be fair, but almost the worst poll, maybe still the worst poll out of all of them as the number 1 seed. Love it. I love it. Especially the Eagles. I mean, there's a little extra riding on it, too. I mean, I guess if you want an epic one, here it is. Going to the end of the game. Gotta stop, gotta score. Gotta stop, gotta score. Gotta stop, got another score. Did it again. 4 straight, 5 straight, 31-0. The revenge plot is on. 38-0. Pure dominance. 45-10. Unbelievable. The Eagles? To do that to the Eagles. I mean, there's Niners fans right now. Just, they got a strong fist going. They're like, hell yeah, dude. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, 325 yards. Jalen Hurts, 3 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, 223 yards. It is just Madden overall, though. Sorry, Niners fans, but this is not reality. But you know what? For a moment, we can pretend like it's real life. D-line was unbelievable. Even backup Linton got involved. Van Ness is an Eagle. He actually feels like an Eagle long-term. Not like long-term, but like down the line. Guy that really didn't work out with Green Bay. Who knows? Maybe he'll be great for Green Bay, but didn't work out for Green Bay. Comes to the Eagles, puts on some decent numbers. Interceptions, Carter, Hutchins, Lenore. Lenore has just been the pick master. Perfect kicking, perfect punting. As we head on to the championship round, just like that, you win one game as a first-round bye team, and you're, representing almost the NFC. And, of course, it's the Cowboys. It had to be. It just had to be. It had to be the freaking Cowboys. Obviously, they beat the Packers by 3. Then they beat the Bears by 4. But, obviously, you're looking at all these playoff games. There's only one game that really stands out, and it's the one we just had, and against an amazing Eagles team. I mean, this isn't just, we beat... I mean, I would be surprised at that score if we took on the very worst team in the league, let alone the Eagles, as we are now taking on the 90 overall Cowboys. Going to the end of the game. Really good stop and score. that's how we were winning last game, but the Cowboys have a little bit of different plans on the board. We're doing better. We're doing better now. Up by 11, but it's still not perfect. 14-point game. 1 touchdown puts them just a possession away. Got him stopped for a field goal, and that'll be it. 31-13. The defense is really on another one right now. Offense a little bit worse than last week, but still putting up 31 points. It's 31 points unless they got a pick six or something. Dak Prescott, the starter here. Should have went Joe Milton, although it didn't really work out super well for us there either. Purdy, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. What a performance. Rushing, McCaffrey, and he's just going to do what McCaffrey does. 2 fumbles for Judkins, though. Oof. That is tough. 2 sacks for Turner, 2 for Bosa, 1 for Martin, 1 for Pierce, 1 for Warren. A lot of sacks for us, dude. Really good performance here. As we're headed on to the Super Bowl, let's find out who the hell it's going to be against. You know, as much as I would say anyone but the Chiefs, bring the Chiefs, honestly. At this point, we can take anyone on. I feel pretty confident. I'm feeling confident. And they give us Jaguars. Okay, I don't know if that's good or not. Jaguars, their scheme can hit sometimes. See who they had to beat. I mean, somebody had to beat the Chiefs, I imagine. Wildcard round, no Chiefs. Maybe they had the bye week. No Chiefs at all, actually. Wow. Okay, the Jaguars, did they have a bye week? They did. So they are a very good team. Beat the Steelers by 3. Beat the Raiders by 7, and then hopefully losing to the Niners by whatever score. I don't care what it is. 94 overall to their 85, and we are significantly higher, which is worrisome because the other ones weren't as big of a gap. This one is. You've got 3 superstar wide receivers, 2 superstar tight ends, a superstar QB, superstar X-Factor running back, and a now superstar guard, Tyler Booker. Man, what a freaking draft pick. Those base ratings are insane. The power blocking's insane. The finesse is a little lackluster, but that's just the way it is when the game won't let you change archetypes. I would do it too. You know, if there was a little slider that told you what you wanted to focus on, I'd do it. But the problem is you can't. Of course, Lenoir, just what a guy, dude. I mean, just the glow up. It's really hard to get dev-ups for corners unless you're playing the slot role, which obviously he's not. Any other dev-ups on the team? I don't think so, right? Jones was already an X-Factor, so yeah, I don't think we had any other dev-ups, which is fine. I mean, the team already had crazy dev-ups. Like half the roster was a superstar plus before that anyways. But here it is for all the marbles. 9 overall. Lead up on them. We've been dominating most teams. See if we can do it again. Going to the end of the game. Jacksonville starting out with 6 right away. No troubles. They do miss the extra point, though. So we're up by 1 with a touchdown. They get another touchdown. We get another touchdown. It's a 1-point game. It's an 8-point game. Can we pull away is the question. Second half up 11 now. Jaguars are still in it. Huge touchdown. 10-point lead. It's only a 7-point lead, but Jacksonville has the ball. We get a stop, 4th and 3. Defense does it again. Offense just needs to sustain a drive. Any points here wins the game. And they'll get a touchdown to make it happen for a good measure. 38-24. Definitely the best we have seen a team face us. Oh, Booker was wearing 52, huh? That's feeling a little P. Willis. But, of course, the 49ers, Super Bowl champions, we're just barely able to get it done with McCaffrey, with Kittle, with Ayuk, with the squad, as we're losing like a lot of those staples, those faces of this team right now. You know, this is the dream team, last dance, and somehow just barely they got it done. Of course, barely in a sense that, you know, all these seasons we've had really good runs and just it didn't happen. But now it did. And it was a pretty dominant force, though, I will say. Niners offense all the way through. So, you know, if you got a running back that's actually pretty decent with receiving, maybe worth it using. I just feel like the stats don't go too much to the running back rushing-wise, but then the receiving stats do, which doesn't really do much for you for deving up, so it's probably not worth it. But, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad playbook. Purdy threw a pick, but even with that pick, one of the greatest Super Bowl performances ever. As far as running goes, you know, McCaffrey he does nothing in the playoffs the majority of the time. A lot of great receiving performances there. Bosa with 2 sacks. Aiden Hutchinson with 1. Aiden Hutchinson, the guy that, you know, we talked about would if we had him, but we just couldn't afford him. Like McFadden with a pick. And a dub for the Niners. All right, so it's not a failed rebuild after all. It's the magical year 4 as well. All is well. All is well and good in the world. Everyone's happy and smiling. Take a look at that run. Beautiful. Beautiful. Obviously, we had that bye week in the wild card round. Always helps. Always helps. It feels like your luck can run out when you have to go through the wild card as well. Whereas if you have that bye week, it's a little less to win, obviously. So you get a little bit of a better chance, I feel. But let's take a look at the team. I guess you just only care about Booker. the offensive lineman. We already just seen him anyways, but take a look at all those ratings while we're there. 86 strength, pretty good. Great lineman. Very good draft pick, obviously. Then we look at Ayuk, 92 overall. Holding pretty steady. Obviously, he's going to regress a little bit harder when, you sim it one time, but fair enough. I can't believe McCaffrey played all the way through this. So maybe you can argue the regression sliders are a little too strong at 50%. Maybe you put it at 70 to see a little regression, because I'm really surprised that McCaffrey's still here. I really am. I want to sim it after this just to see what his regression looks like, but it does help that, we're doing the yearly training camp, which gives him 1 upgrade point every season, so that does counteract it, right? You're getting 1.5 upgrades per season. Maybe you're losing 2 or 3 a year. That counters it quite a bit. As far as the other wide receiver, Malcolm Austin, super young. Super young. I mean, he's so balanced, too. This is very rare. He's got to be playmaker. No? Well, he's 90, so probably had playmaker for a while, then got deep threat because of the playmaker upgrades. Because, he's 90 everything. He's 90 plus everything. Even juke move, almost spin move, almost change of direction, ball carrier vision, kick returning. The guy is one of the most balanced CPU drafted, CPU generated players I've ever seen. Irvin, we never really seen too much of him, but as a rookie, 81 overall, he's pretty good. He's actually pretty good. Let's take a look at the quarterback now. Mr. Brock Purdy. Probably could have looked at Kittle while we were there. But yeah, 87 throw power, 99 deep, 99 medium, 99 short, 99 under pressure, 99 play action, 99 awareness, 98 throw in the run. Break sack's only 80, but who cares? Because, do you really want your 6'1", 220, 78 speed running back or quarterback trying to make a play? Not often. He did make some sprinting plays at times, but even last year where he was like arguably the leading rusher because he had the most touchdowns. But George Kittle obviously looks really good still. Didn't really adjust these tight end sliders though for regression, so I'm a little surprised that he's not. Did I accidentally? Maybe I forgot to turn the base regression sliders back up. Maybe like the age regression. It doesn't matter. The whole league gets it. So if I made a mistake there, the whole league gets that. And obviously it hurts us more than helps, actually, because we're always one of the youngest teams in the league. Yeah, we have some guys like Kittle, McCaffrey, Ayuk, and Bosa. But, we're almost always one of the youngest teams. I don't know why I looked at Kittle. I meant to look at the backup. So, yeah, that actually hurts us. Having really, low regression is actually a negative for us, because we want those other teams to get worse, manage their rosters worse, die out quicker, and we can just win with ease. Looking at the defense now, though, Mustafa and Jair Brown. Give them respect. They deserve it. Some two guys that were like, yeah, they're okay. Maybe you have to replace them a couple years on the line. Not the first thing, for not the first position you replace, but one that you probably will have to. But no, in this one, we're fine. Definitely helps that Brown got that superstar dev up. Insane hit power, by the way. But regardless of how it was done, I'm impressed. Usually safeties, I got to draft somebody pretty much every single time. This one, we just let it roll. It worked out. Nick Martin, terrible coverage, but great block shedding. We talk about it all the time. Could be a DT. Could have been a DT. Let's take a look at the other outside linebacker, Barrett Carter, who's almost always good, no matter what we do. Very good coverage, on the contrary of Martin, which is pretty cool. Then we'll take a look at, I suppose, the backup outside linebacker, right? Bennett, primed to be a starter at some point, 81 overall. Actually, not even at some point, literally right now. Once Martin's a free agent, he's going to replace him. So, future-proofing, done right. It worked out, and then you have to pay him soon, and then it's GG all over again. Fred Warner, 98 overall. Just look at those ratings. 90 man zone, 78 man, 94 jumping, 78 catching, 85 block shed, even 87 speed. The guy's ridiculous. He's just the best middle linebacker. Lenore, we already looked at. He's, good man, better zone. Hutchins, same situation. We got ourselves some zone guys, which is fair, which is fine. It's good. Two good players. Cornerback, Green, Renardo Green, 86 overall. Not bad, actually. Just never got the dev up. It really hampered him. And, good man in press, but just didn't get the dev up. Could have been so much better. Could have been in the 90s. Could have still been a starter. Pierce, 90 overall for him. Super young. 97 finesse. 95 block shed. 91 power move. 90 speed. 89 excel. 86 tackle. If it's maybe just in case it's been a little long since I've last said it, do speed rusher archetype. That's all I've got for you. Doesn't matter what their position is, as long as they're, a guy that you want as a pass rusher, do speed type, speed rusher. Doesn't matter, even if they're 90 power move, 70 freaking finesse, I'm still doing speed rusher. It's just worth it. Obviously, Nick Bosa almost maxed out. Really good player, obviously. Even though he wasn't even the best lineman. I'd argue Shamar Turner was easily the best guy on the D-line, yet he's not the one that's X Factor. Great block shed, great finesse, great power move. A little weak, but great tackle, great play rec, awareness, speed, excel, all. He's got it all. He's very good. That first draft class, if this is how it turned out, with Carter an 88 overall, Turner a 96 overall, Pierce a 90 overall, who else do we have? Booker a 92 overall superstar. It would be arguably the greatest draft class of all time, right? There might be some classes where you got a quarterback in there that was a Hall of Famer, but as far as like hit for hit, I mean, these guys are all like 90 plus overall pretty much. They were insane. But not as insane as you for watching the whole video. Truly appreciate you. Which if you did enjoy, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Once again, if you're not new, appreciate your continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter at Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays and non-Madden content. Had It Takes Two on Friday. Part 3. Probably have Part 4 tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. And then probably another rebuild on Tuesday. We'll get Patriots franchise back up on Wednesday. And, bing, bang, boom. Regardless, though, let me know what team you want to see next. And hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. And as always, shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you're not a member already or you are a member and you weren't aware, we have members only rebuilds on the channel. We upload one every 15th of the month. So check them out. If you're already a member, and if you're not, click the join button. All the details will be in there if it interests you. Regardless, though, member or not, appreciate y'all for watching and see ya.